A MacVoices briefing on the STM Goods Dux Backpack. This is MacVoices. Today's MacVoices is supported by MacVoices After Dark. What happens before the show starts and after we sign off? Informative, fun, and completely off-script conversations. That's what. MacVoices After Dark is an exclusive benefit for our Patreon subscribers. Sign up now at patreon.com/MacVoices. Welcome to MacVoices. This is the talk of the Apple community, and I'm Chuck Joyner. This is a MacVoices briefing on the STM Goods Dux Backpack. Before I dig into this briefing, I wanted to share how my relationship with my daily carry backpack has changed in the last several months. In January, my job changed, and I was definitely no longer going to the office. I'm strictly remote work. That meant that I no longer had to pack everything that I used to. There was no more unplugging the laptop, unplugging all the drives and all of the associated gear, packing it all up, then carrying it to the office. Of course, I had a duplicate setup there with monitors and all, but still, there are those things that just seem to move back and forth with you a whole lot easier than trying to remember what's stored on which drive at which location. But now all of that's gone. And as a result, where my backpack used to be a daily thing, now it's turned into more weekend and travel use. And so I don't need to carry nearly as much stuff with me because I'm much more intentional about what I take with me at any given moment. Even so, I still prefer the largest backpack possible because there are times that I need to take a lot of things. And transferring from a smaller backpack to a larger backpack or back again is just a recipe for things getting left behind or something not being in a place that I expect it to be. So as a result, when I was at CES this year and saw STM Goods showing off the Dux Backpack, I couldn't wait to get a chance to play with it and see if it suited my needs. And it's a bit of a different backpack because it is a side-loading backpack. We'll talk about that, but it is something you definitely should look into. The STM Dux Backpack is a 31-liter capacity bag with zippers on either side of the main compartment, which means that you can access it from either side. This makes loading and unloading simple and provides some redundancy should a zipper ever get jammed with your gear inside. Yes, I've had that happen with other packs and ended up having to cut my way around the stuck zipper. The double-sided access is also nice if you are one of those one-shoulder backpack carriers, and I am. The bulk of the storage space is in this large compartment, which offers no internal pockets. There are, however, two Velcro-attached dividers that can be moved and adjusted to divide the compartment into different sized areas or removed altogether. The Dux comes with one internal bag that is about the size of a small men's shaving kit, and it's ideal for cables or other long items, and there are two built-in mesh pockets on each of the side opening flaps, giving you more options to keep smaller items organized. Unlike the provided gear bag, however, these can't be removed. For a little more flexibility, you may want to consider supplementing them with small mesh bags like my favorites from Vaultz. They come in multiple sizes and colors so that you can get exactly what you want for what you have, and find them easily if you pay attention to the color bag you keep what in. These bags add almost no weight but keep things organized, and while they don't provide anything in the way of protection for the contents, that is taken care of by the structure of the Dux. Speaking of structure, because of the side-loading design, the main compartment is called the Foam Fortress and is semi-rigid and doesn't crush down like most traditional packs. It provides 360-degree protection for the contents. This gives you plenty of security for what's inside, and the dividers add a little bit to that rigidity and protection. I was concerned that this might present a small problem for sliding under an airline seat, but I had no issue with it fitting in even smaller planes flown by regional carriers. I've spent a lot of time talking about the main compartment because that's the most striking feature of this pack, but there are a couple more. Open the top zipper to access a section that includes a sleeve for both a laptop and a tablet. You can even add another laptop or other gear in between those two sleeves and never have any of the three devices touching each other. And most important, those two main device pockets are suspended above the bottom of the backpack. So when you sit the bag down hard, you aren't dropping the edges of your devices down on the floor with no protection. This is an essential feature, in my opinion, and is sadly lacking in other brands. A zippered compartment on the front of the pack opens to a pocket that can hold several small hard drives or other medium-sized items. And the cover flips out with two mesh pockets that might be enough to forgo the Vaultz mesh bags previously mentioned if you don't need too many things separated. And if you want even more room on the inside, the bottom of this pocket can be unzipped, giving further access to the main compartment. On the outside of the pack, on either side, are two pockets to hold water bottles, cables, or the like. Both are zippered on one side, so they can either be kept tight in against the sides of the pack or expanded out to accommodate larger items like a water bottle. Because there are no other external compartments, you can't overstuff the pack and make it difficult to go under an airline seat. That doesn't mean you give up storage space, however. It's all still there, just inside the foam fortress compartment, not expanded out like other packs. The straps are padded and comfortable, and the channels along the back of the pack provide ventilation for those long treks between airport gates. There's also a luggage pass-through for those times you want to put your pack on your roller luggage and off your back. Because of the semi-rigid nature of the main section, the pack might look big and bulky compared to other packs that crush down, but it isn't, and it's a very comfortable carry. The top carry handle is a rubberized strap that could be a little wider or a little more padded, but in my experience, I'm not carrying the pack for any distance in this fashion, so it isn't an issue. The STM Dux weighs in at 3.92 pounds or 1.78 kilograms, comes in Black Knight, Black Camo, Blue Sea, and Gray Storm. It retails for $249 on the STM website, or you can also find it on Amazon. I'm a huge STM brands fan and continue to carry an STM backpack that's older than I care to admit for trade shows because of its construction and the way that it fits all my gear for those kind of events. The Dux is definitely a worthy addition to the line, and if you need more storage, especially inside that large foam fortress compartment, this is a backpack you should take a look at. That's the MacVoices briefing on the STM Brands Dux Backpack. I'll be back with more soon. As always, I'm Chuck Joyner. Thanks for watching. Visit MacVoices.com for show notes and to connect with Chuck on social media. Get involved in our Facebook group or like our Facebook page, and get more out of your Apple tech with MacVoices Magazine, free on Flipboard and on the web. And if you find value in it all, consider supporting us through either our Patreon campaign at patreon.com/MacVoices or by making a one-time donation via the PayPal link on our front page and in the show notes of each episode. You will join these fine people who help bring you MacVoices. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media at backbeatmedia.com. Bandwidth provided by CacheFly at cachefly.com.